since I was never happy. We had a lot of problems. We made a compromise.
We are going to discuss about the creator, the history of the design, and the road to 10K. How about thou?
Well, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, so who is Face Breakup?
Okay, Face Breakup are two people. One is me, Face Break, and the other is Roberto Breakup, who is not here right now because he couldn't make in time for this interview. But we are two people from Italy. We are nearly the same age because I'm 42 and he's 42 also. And yeah, and I am a teacher, an informatics teacher, and he is a technician and he works on boilers and stuff like that. And we both have the same hobby, which is Lego, and we met each other because of this hobby.
Okay, so where did you meet up? When did you first meet up?
Okay, this is very strange because I had a Facebook page which is the same of my name, Facebook, and he was a fan of this page, and he was writing me for a different reason now, not because of Lego, but because someone who was creating problems on the page, and he was like warning me. And then we started chatting, and this chat led to another chat. We started talking about other topics. Then we steered back on Lego. And when it was about Lego, we found that we had, shared vision on Lego. And since we were huge fans of Lego ideas, we said to each other, why don't we make a project together? And when you have a project together, you have half the problems because you can share the difficulties and also the work to be done. And we was very happy with that. And we started like 1 year and a half ago in January 2021 with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah. So both of you reached 10K at that time. You were already partners in creating the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a partnership that goes also on a YouTube channel, which is.
I know you do have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Due Pazzi per il Lego, which is Italian, means two crazy people about Lego, and yeah, we don't like to be very serious. We like to smile and joke with the people watching us. Lego. We wanted to make something different, and we wanted to make something more hilarious. Now I'm just serious because it's an interview for your public, for your audience, and I'm not even very able to, joke in English. But in Italian, it's a very different thing.
Okay, but it's okay. We can try your jokes. We can try some Italian jokes.
Okay. It's very difficult on my behalf, but we can try something. And this is the reason why we have this channel, and we try to, because the problem is that when we started with Face Breakup, with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there was a time that the project was suspended by Lego, because this can be very interesting for your audience. When you have, a partnership, all the people in the partnership cannot have a single Lego Ideas account. There is only one account available for all the participants in the partnership. So I had my account, he had his account, and Lego said, no, you cannot, because this is against the rules. You can only have one account. But I was very surprised because I had my account, Roberto had his own account, but Lego said no, only one, and suspended our project because so that I have voted for the project for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with my account, and they said, okay, this is not allowed, and we were blocked for like 1 month or something like that. In the meantime, we didn't know what to do, and we created a YouTube channel.
Okay, right. So what happened to the other account? So basically, you just made one account, and together.
Yes, that's only Facebook up. The other account was mine. I don't use it anymore. I don't even log because I fear that Lego can retaliate or have problems. So I fear that, and I don't use my Lego account to ever access Lego ideas. We only use one account now, which was his account originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is really something new, because actually, this is my first time interviewing someone who is a 10K club member as well. Yeah, it's very rare, and the passion of every 10K club member. I just base this in Lego ideas, in social medias. You know, how we promote our stuffs, our ideas is just incredible. And meeting someone who has also reached 10K, it's just amazing. It's just fantastic. And I hope, there will be a day that all of us can meet again and talk to each other and share what we've been through. Like that one, that is new to me. I didn't know that you have to have one account only. Because I only have one. I never had someone or a partner to help me for Lego ideas, but I am also open for that. But it makes me think now. Yeah, if ever I'll be, because that person will have to shut down or close his or her Lego ideas account, or else something will happen.
Or they don't have forcefully to close it down, to shut it down, but when your shared project is on, he cannot use it. He can start use it again when the project is over. Either it reaches 10K or it exhausts the time. So during that time span, they cannot use it because you have a project with that person. So I cannot dare to say famous, but a little bit we are. Among the community, we are known because we reached the 10,000 2 times. And we are with Falcor and the Infinite Story, the Neverending Story. We are close to reach it for the 4th time. And no Italian person has been able to reach 3 times 10K. So people are, and the other project, which is the Old West train station, was launched like 10 days ago and is running at 2,600 in only 10 days. It's a massive success. And this depends much on the fact that we are getting some attention on us. And when we produce a new project, we advertise it on our social networks, and people are already ready to vote for it. Also, another fact that helped a lot is that we like to make games and contests. Like, for instance, for the Neverending Story, we created 10 special event bricks with Neverending Story, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. And we made 10 contests to win these special bricks. And we will not print more than that. So people was very, very interested in getting these bricks and promoted the project on our behalf because was interested in getting these bricks. And this was a nice way, because usually, the problem is Okay, very nice. Your project is very interesting, but I don't get anything from voting from you if I don't like the project. If I do like the project, that's fine. I will vote for it because I would buy it if they produce it. But if I don't care at all, why should I help you? And one solution is you help us because we are friends. We give you something back, like it can be a break or a game, which is fun to take in. And having this attitude to promote games, friendship, jokes, and giving stuff as a reward helped us a lot to reach 10,000 two times and now nearly three times.
I am so amazed with your story. I'm lost. I'm actually lost. Like, this is so new to me because, as I've said, I've never spoken to someone who is also a 10K club member. And coming from someone who's not even twice, nearly, you've been doing it a lot, and I know you'll be doing it a lot more and hitting 10K. Yeah, I'm learning from you. See, I'm a 10K, but I'm also learning from you, and I'm learning a lot.
But I also can learn a lot from you because we have different strategies, different ways to achieve the 10K. So, for instance, I would very interested in knowing how some people are able to gather, like 1,000 votes in a day. And I really would like to know what did the creator of this project do to advertise this project so well that he receives so much votes? Because the project is fine, but it's very good. But as good as this project, there are many other, and my concern is so it depends much on advertising, because many of the projects are very, very good. You cannot criticize them because they are very, very fantastic. You watch the all ideas is now a showcase for a lot of fantastic projects, way more than before.
Since Roberto is not here, can you still remember your first Lego, Jody?
It's very difficult because I do remember when I was very, very young. I was a small child. It was like, probably 1982 or 83. I was 3 or 4 years old. I do remember that house with the red roof and the number 74 on a blue slope. And this is the first Lego I have memory of. That house with the car and a parking lane in the house garden.
Okay.
This is the first one I remember.
So where did you get it? Was it a gift? Did you bought it?
I don't remember. I have a very clear memory of the Black Seas Barracuda 6285. It was 1989 and I was ill, and I have two younger brothers, so we were both all of three we were ill, and my mother was seeing that we were also a little sad, and this was advertised on television, and she made a phone call to the toy shop, and she said that she asked them whether they had the Black Seas Barracuda, and they had it, and she bought from the phone. It was not very, very natural in 1989. There was no such telemarketing, but the person, since it was the biggest set they had in shop, and that person had a boy bringing it back to my home. So I do remember I was 10 years old or 9 years old probably, and they brought us the Black Seas Barracuda, and that was a gift, a very, very welcome gift.
the first one that you can't really recall, and then the other one, which is the Black Seas Barracuda. Do you still have it? Oh, you still have it. Okay.
Okay. Yes. The answer is yes, because this is a nice story also. When I parted from my mother's house, she insisted that all the Lego should remain there, because they weren't my Lego. Those weren't my Lego. Those weren't everybody's Lego, and I couldn't bring them with me. So when I started collecting Lego again, one of the first sets I wanted to have back was the Black Seas Barracuda. And now I possess 5 of them, plus one rebricked in a different way. And it was like, an obsession. When it normal prices, now it's impossible. But when it had normal prices, whenever I saw one, I bought it. Oh. Instead, the original one is still other's house. And those households, the one with the red roof, we rebuilt it again, a couple of years ago, and all the pieces are still there.
Okay, right. Okay, so now regarding your Lego ideas, the never-ending story.
Yes.
So what is the history of this Lego Ideas project, and why did you try to remake it in Lego and submit it?
Okay, this is nice because we are 2 people, and one also usually always has the idea, and the other one says, this is good, this is less good, this is very good. And in this case, when I thought about the never-ending story, I didn't say, Roberto, that I was going to create. I created the head of Falcon Black Dragon, and I sent him a picture saying him, guess what is that? And he said, oh my God, this is Falcon the Black Dragon. Oh my God, you are making the never-ending story. And I say, no, we are making the never-ending story. Oh no, oh my God, this is so fantastic. And starting from the head of the dragon, which took me like, 4 or 5 hours to build, because I tried different versions. I was never happy with any until I found the final one. And when I showed them to Roberto, was very amazed. So this is how it started.
How did you get interested with the Falcor or the never-ending story?
Okay, this is one of my favorite books. I found that the movie adaptation is not very bad. I'm very fond of the book, and I don't know why. It's one of my favorite books. I just gave it as a present to many persons I love, and it's one of my favorite books.
Okay, because there's a book, there's a TV episode. There's a book, there's a TV episode.
Yeah, the book revolves around the 2 movies. There are 2 movies. The book is by German writer Michael Land, and it's way more detailed, way more interesting than the movies. But many people stick with the movies because they are more famous than the book.
When did you submit the never-ending story?
We were ready during the Christmas holidays, but we feared that people during the holidays wasn't paying too much attention on the Lego Ideas, watching your PC, watching the internet sites. So we delayed the project until early January. So I'd say early January.
Did you encounter any problem while submitting it or after submitting it?
No, they accepted the project without any problem.
How long was the design process of the never-ending story before submitting?
Yeah. I believe that I submitted to Roberto the picture of the head of Falcor like last summer, 1 year ago.
Mm.
And
Mm.
from them, we had a lot of problems because the body of the dragon was, and we wanted to make the dragon possible. Okay,
Yeah.
so it has a lot of joints, and some
Mm.
of them weren't, very good, and we feared that this could create problems with the final stage, and we worked on that a lot of time in our spare time until we reached something that we said, okay, this is fine, we don't touch it anymore. This works, and it was around Christmas. I'd say
Okay.
5 months.
So what's your favorite part of the build?
This is, I would stick saying with Falcor's head because it took me, the most time building that head, and it was like a surprise for Roberto, and he was very, very amazed, and this will make it my favorite part of the build.
Okay, and so what's your favorite technique?
Roberto, when I started creating Falcor, wanted me to look for the Ninjago dragons in order to assimilate some technique from the Ninjago dragons. I have built like a couple of them for my personal enjoyment, but I didn't want to make a replica. So all the ideas that are behind Falcor and the Neverending Story are totally original. They are not copied from Ninjago Dragons or anything that I have built with my hands.
Okay, so what's the scale of the build? Like Falcor, how big is he?
It should be like 40 centimeters. Like
Okay.
this one, but it can be possible, but to the maximum extension, I'd say like 50 centimeters. We thought that Lego Ideas is pushing projects that are like 300 euros, 400 euros, 200 euros, very big, massive projects. And we thought that if we wanted, we could also had like a build like the throne room from the princess or something like that. But we wanted to make a small project, something that you can afford with like 50 euros or something like that. Something to, come back to the origin of Lego Ideas when you had like the DeLorean Time Machine or the Ghostbuster Ecto 1, which were very small projects, or the Exo Suite, were projects like costing like 40 euros. And we wanted something like that.
How many pieces is the build and how long it took you? How long will one person build it?
Okay, the pieces are like, if I do recall correctly, like 500. It's not very, very big. And a person should do it in 2 hours, I believe.
Was there any fan club or social media or events that help you gather this amount of supporters?
Okay, the social media, I believe that are the same for everybody, like Facebook, Instagram. We don't use much Twitter. I'd say we don't use much Twitter because we don't have many followers on Twitter, and there will be, on Facebook, you can use your personal profile when you have friends. I have like 2,000 friends on Facebook, so this works. And I used also Reddit, but that didn't work very properly. And physically, I believe that we tried to gather votes on like a couple of events, but the project is going. One thing was very helpful. the Neverending Story has a very catchy song, which is the theme of the Neverending Story, was used also in Stranger Things. That theme that sings like Neverending Story, and that singer, which is Limal, which is a British singer, agreed to share on his social network our project.
Wow.
So yes, he was very kind. I wrote him just one time, and he was very kind. We shared on the social media, and this brought, I believe, 1/10 of the vote was because of him helping. And that was very nice.
Okay, right. So regarding the build, was there something special on it? Do you think it is something like, did you use special techniques, like a special part that no longer being used, although it's part of the Lego Ideas rules? However, you know, if this is something that can be revived.
Okay. No, I try to stick with parts that are very common. I didn't feel the the urge to use some particular bricks that we don't have more, like the hold hinges. I didn't use that. We use them, but on this very one, no. I use the normal bricks, very common bricks.
What problems did you encounter whilst you were building this? Was it the color? Was it more of the technique? Was it more of...
Okay, one problem that I had was the fact that we didn't want the joints to be very visible, because Falcor is a shape which is continuous, and we didn't want the joints to be very visible. It would be look very bulky, very raw, and when we tried to cover all the joints, the mobility of the dragon was severely ruined, because the dragon would move only by less degrees. It had less degrees of movement, and this made the project looking like not possible anymore. Only the legs were possible, and this was not what we were looking for. So I'd say that the most tricky part was trying to make the dragon possible without showing too much the joints, nude. I'd say nude, naked joints that you can see with your eyes. It was concealing these joints was a challenge.
All right. So, but with the joints, was this? But did you manage to hide them? Because you have only 3 photos on the Lego Ideas page. You managed to hide them.
In a certain way, we made a compromise. A compromise between showing a part of the joints and having total freedom on the dragon. You cannot twist his tail like 180 degrees, because that would not be natural also. So we said, okay, this time in this particular part, we can focus on hiding the joints. But if you want to, moving the tail sideways, on that particular way, we had to say, no, the dragon has to move the tail sideways. So in this case, we can show a little more of the joint, but we cannot have a compromise in removing too much the mobility of the tail of the dragon.
Yeah. Do you have the actual build with you?
No, because most of the parts, the problem is some of the parts are printed and they were made with Adobe Illustrator. So there was a blank render, and then on the blank render there is many work of Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator just for the print parts. But this means that every single time we make a new render from a new different perspective, we have to redo all the work from scratch. And this is why there are only three pictures on the site, because it has a lot of problems redoing all the eyes all the times. The eyes are very tricky. The mouth is easier. The eyes are very tricky to redo from different angulations. It's opposite to all of the older projects that we had, like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, who was refused by Lego, or the Forest Man Secret Inn, which is currently in review. And the result should come, pretty soon. I'd say in a month or 40-50 days. We don't give much credit to the possibility to be chosen on this particular project, because it's a castle project. Lego just made a castle, made also this gift with purchase, which is again a Forest Man themed. So I don't believe that they are making another Forest Man stuff right now. So I believe that the project is pretty doomed to be cancelled. And the other project is the Western Station, which is currently running on Lego Ideas. These ones also have a lot of pictures. The Never-Ending Story has only 3. We couldn't afford to make more because it was too time consuming.
I'm going to ask a few questions. You just choose one word, okay?
Yes.
So, LDD or Studio or Studio?
Studio.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or The Never-Ending Story?
Let's say Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Digital build or physical build when creating Lego ideas?
Okay. Digital build.
Falco the Dragon or the Ninjago Dragon?
Falco the Dragon, all the time.
Okay, and that's it. All right, so final message.
Okay, yes, I would really thank you for hosting me for this interview. And I really hope that you can reach your goals with your YouTube channel. And
thank you.
I wish you every success. I'd invite your followers to vote for our projects, which are in this moment where we are talking the Never-Ending Story, Falcor, which is 980 votes from going, and the station, the Wild West Station, which is our new project and is going very well. So I'd invite your fellow supporters to help us.
All right. Thank you very much, fellow 10K Club member. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.